Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just got done watching Michigan's 75-56 victory over Purdue Fort Wayne, and just wanted to give you some thoughts after the game. Obviously, it's great to come out and get a victory. First off, I was not surprised that Hunter Dickinson got his double-double. If you look at the Purdue Fort Wayne roster, the tallest one that I think was playing was 6'9", so Hunter had a huge height advantage. And he took advantage of that quite well. I believe maybe he missed one, maybe two shots, and finished with team-high 22 points. He had 12 rebounds for his 18th double-double. Another milestone he hit today was his 1,000th career point. Just cool. Obviously, that's what you want from your leading offensive player, is to your center, your like central piece of your offense is to, everything should work through Hunter. And I was really curious to see how Michigan would shoot the three, because you figure Hunter should get the ball down low, and if they double him, he throws it out to a guy who should have a wide open shot. Whether sometimes it becomes what they call the hockey assist, right, where Hunter will get the ball and then throw out to say, Howard, and then Howard will throw it over to Joey Baker or something like that, whatever, right? So it's like two passes, 1-2, and then shoot. Michigan shot just over 30% from the field on threes, 9 of 29. So not that great. Obviously, you would prefer to be shooting a little bit higher, closer to 40%. But still, it was a lot better than Purdue, who shot 9 out of 39, I believe it was. So, in that way, okay. Obviously, the Hunter Dickinson dominated, as he should, obviously with that height advantage. Another thing I was interested in seeing was how Jett Howard would go. I mean, he had like 30 points in his first start again in the exhibition. Fouled it up pretty well there. He had, 21 points on, and he had 5 of 10 shooting from three. I think it says something when Coach Howard sets up plays for Jett Howard at the end of the first half. He had it. Nice little isolation pick and pop thing there for a wide open three, which he drained. At that point, it put a 9-point lead to a 12-point lead at half. And again, when Michigan was scuffling, right, Michigan got up by 24 points. And then Michigan, pulled a lot of the starters, and for 3-4 minutes, no points were scored. And give Purdue Fort Wayne credit, they chiseled away at that lead and got it down to, I believe, 12 points again. And at that juncture, it was an important thing. One of their players, instant reaction, I don't know offhand who it was, went in and missed kind of like a little bunny shot. Like, it was close. He could have gone for the layup off the backboard. But he went for the straight hoop and missed. And Michigan came back. It could have been down to 10 points, right? And okay, what's going on? But came back, and then it became the Jett Howard show. Jett Howard got a three-pointer, nice rotation, got a three. Then he had a nice little layup crossover and got a 2-point. Then he had another three-pointer. So that became, a Jett Howard 8.80 run there, and that took that 12-point lead back to a 20-point lead, and the threat was over. So just like boom, boom, boom. I was wondering how long it would take Howard to put the starters back in. You would really hope that the backups would be able to hit a few shots. I think they missed 7-8 shots in a row, something like that, before the starters went back in. And, you would have loved to seen it where the backups could have kept going, but it didn't happen, and it didn't happen. But, at least the Michigan starters were able to come back in and just, get the win, seal it up, nice and button it up. And then, of course, mass subs, and you get Testure, something like that, got 4 points in garbage time, and Greg Glenn got a basket and such. So that's cool to get those guys some points. Always want to include those guys when you can, because they work hard too in practice and all that, so you want them to get on the court. I don't know, I really hope they did, but I don't think NCAA has changed the redshirt rules yet. I think they're the same as football in a way, where if you play more than 4 games, you lose your red shirt. Maybe they've altered it. They should have. They should be a percentage thing where 4 games in college is 25%. So red shirting should be 25% of your games in college basketball too, but I don't know. Another thing I was impressed with was Michigan's defense. They played really tight defense, especially in the first half. You could see the intensity there. They played really well. I mean, again, you held, Purdue Fort Wayne, presumed favorite in the Horizon League, to 56 points. So they played really good defense. 8 blocks using their height and length advantage, so that's a good sign too. And I really liked how well I don't know why I was going to say that, Detroit. I really liked how the Wolverines played solid defense without fouling. That's really important, to play that good defense and not get fouls. Because the last thing you want to do is play really good defense and then bail a team out by fouling them. It happened a couple times. That's going to happen. I would give kudos to Jett Howard. He didn't foul out. He had 4 fouls for the last 4 or 5 minutes of his action. Man, he didn't foul out. So good job, Chase. Oh, but if you want to just think about this game again, it's a good foundation. I liked how the broadcast brought out the fact that not a lot of teams want to play, a Horizon League team for their first game. We kind of want to play a team in the 200-300 rankings in Kim Palm. Basketball is not like football where you make your schedule years in advance. A lot of these games are made just, during the summer or so like that when you know what kind of team you're going to be facing, at least for these non-conference games. Like these fill in the schedule type games like this. So, based on Kim Palm, Purdue Fort Wayne's at the level of about a Nebraska. So, in the mid, I think if I wrote it down, the mid 160s or something like that. Nothing huge. Obviously, Michigan's in the 20th rankings and all that. So, Michigan should win, and they did. So, that's really cool that way. The offense played well. The defense played well. Michigan got a win versus a decent quality opponent, right? I mean, it's not like it was a total cupcake game or anything. So, first game, first win. Really impressed by Jett Howard. His game just looks outstanding. I know it's one game, so I'm tempering it, but man, he looks good. I'm just in the back of my mind, I don't know if he's going to be around after 1 year, you know what I mean? Being a one and done and go to the NBA. I don't know. He looks pretty good. Again, it's one game. But he looked good. So hopefully that'll continue to develop. And Michigan, I liked how Joey Baker fit in. 3 of 6, 9 points off the bench. I thought that was great. And he fits exactly what this team needs, some points, 3-point shots. All his shots were 3-pointers. 50% of them he made, so cool on that. Some other stuff you're going to have to work out. I think Doug McDaniel, he's going to have to figure out if he can even shoot a jump shot. He hit 1 layup. He was 1 for 5 for the game. Missed, obviously, his 3-pointers and such, so need that. Have to work through that a little bit. Terrace Reed has to work on his offensive game a little bit. He took a 15-foot jump shot from the elbow and just a brick. I mean, I don't think that's his game at all, but he just kind of took it because the defense was challenging him to it and obviously didn't pass that at all. So there's things to work on. It's the first game, so it is what it is. 1-0, moving on to the next game. I don't know, just a quick little recap. What do you guys take away from this game? Obviously, I am encouraged by Hunter Dickinson, came in double-doubled. Oh, did you see that? Did you catch that? That Hunter Dickinson is now tied for number 3 or 4 in the Michigan history with the number of double-doubles at 18. And then number 1 was Chris Webber with 37. And if you remember, Chris Webber only played 2 years, right? So Chris Webber had 37 in 2 years, whereas Hunter Dickinson now has his number 18. And this is obviously the start of his 3rd year. But man, Chris Webber was just insane. And I think 19 was Juwan Howard, had 19 in his career, and of course he played 3 seasons at Michigan. So, just crazy. Just made me think, wow, Chris Webber, my word. He was really good. So was Howard. Hopefully, Hunter Dickinson will go down in lore too. So, those are just some of my foolish thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for watching. As always, I'll catch you next time. I'm not sure if Michigan's playing another basketball game, or if it's going to be after the Michigan-Nebraska football game where I'll do another video. But thanks for watching. Try to watch for that one when it comes out. And until I see you, as always, go blue.